Hi everybody, and welcome to our training video on completing the dependent verification process in Benefits 24/7. And as your presenter today, my name is Debbie Crumples, and I'm a member of the Outreach and Training Unit within the Employee and Retiree Benefits Division. So first, here are those important reminders again that the preferred web browser for logging into Benefits 24/7 is Chrome. And here's a link that will take you to the Benefits 24/7 training environment. Because for now, it is only a training environment until the live version of Benefits 24/7 is available on the PEBB Benefits Administrator website in early May. Okay, so as you can see, I am logged in as a benefits administrator for the Department of Ecology. And before we get to the actual demonstration for dependent verifications, I just kind of wanted to set the stage a little bit. So I have already gone into Benefits 24/7 and added a few subscribers with some different kinds of dependents so that I could pull those dependents up and just kind of walk you through the process. So just know I am not creating the employees and adding their dependents at this time. We are just going to do the verification process. Okay, so on the BA dashboard, you will see a tile here for dependent verification. And right now it's letting the benefits administrator know that they have 13 verification requests that are out there waiting for them. And how this number populates is when your employees are adding a dependent when they're doing their own enrollment in the application, or when you as the benefits administrator are actually enrolling their dependents. And the system just recognizes that there is a document uploaded or that a dependent was added. So every time that happens, this is going to be your kind of key to know that you have to go in and verify these. And as you know, if their dependents are not verified, they can look like they're enrolled to the employee, but they truly do not get enrolled into the benefits of the employee's choice. So this is really important that you are out here regularly in Benefits 24/7 to look to see if any of these verifications are kind of hanging out there on your tile for you to review. And you won't be getting an email letting you know that there is a dependent verification waiting for you to review. It's just going to be like a habit you're going to have to get into to make sure that every day you're opening up your Benefits 24/7 application and you can kind of check this information. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and click on this tile because I'd like to see what's kind of hanging out there for me to work on. So the first thing that you're going to see is that right here, it's clicked on the fact that it's only going to show you pending requests. But if I unclick that, then you're going to see some of the verifications that were denied or verified, pending certification. So you can look at all of them to see ones that have happened in the past or potentially what has happened with them. But for you and your daily work, I'm going to go ahead and click on this Show Only Pending Requests. So the first one that I am going to pull up is going to be a dependent for Brad Pitt as the subscriber. He went ahead and added a dependent child. Yes, all of a sudden you will see in the training environment, I have created a whole bunch of personalities that have decided, woohoo, they want to come work for Washington State employers or political subdivisions, and they're going to start enrolling themselves and their families into the PEBB benefits. So I just kind of wanted to have some fun with this, so kind of just roll with me a little bit. Okay, so in order to find this one dependent, I am going to go ahead and do a search, right? There's no search feature up here, but these are filters right here. So I'm going to click here, and I know that the employee's name is Brad Pitt. So I'm just going to say the last name contains Pitt, and I'm going to go ahead and say filter for that employee, and voila, there is Brad Pitt, and here is his dependent, Douglas Pitt. And here's the reason. This is a dependent, not a dependent with a disability, and the status is pending. So It's also letting you know that yes, documents have been uploaded and they did this, or the employee did this, or you did this as the benefits administrator on April the 1st. So just remember, when you are adding the dependents for your employees, because they've given you the forms and you're processing it for them, that at the time you add their dependent, immediately you could go out to this page here and do the dependent verification yourself. You wouldn't need to have it open and looking for it necessarily, because you just know, and then it would be spontaneous for you. It's just going to be when your employees are uploading these documents that you want to be checking that tile. And also, even if your employees or you as the BA, because you're not uploading these documents, right now it says yes. So the employee clearly has done this enrollment themselves and sent you those documents. But if as the BA you did not upload documents back when you added that dependent because you have them in your hand, this would just say no, but it's still going to let you know that there is a dependent out there that needs to be verified. So that's really cool. It's not going to just happen just because there's documents uploaded, right? It's just recognizing that there has been a dependent that needs verified added to this tile. So I'm going to go ahead and click next to Brad Pitt's name, and I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. So you can see right here, it's letting you know that here is the subscriber, their social security number and date of birth. Here is their dependent. So they've added a Douglas Pitt, and here is that dependent's date of birth. I did want to let you know that this social security number, when I added this dependent at the time, I indicated the dependent did not have a social security number that I could attach to them. So just like the Pay One system, it is going to automatically populate a social security number here. And when you see that, we just want you to remember that try to work with your employees. Make sure that in some kind of timely fashion, they go ahead and get you that social security information. Because when that dependent's being added by the employee, they have the opportunity to click that box that says there is no social security number associated with this dependent, but it doesn't really tell them that, hey, you really need to follow up and give us that social security number. So, we might update that language on that page as an enhancement to this software down the road, but right now that still is kind of going to fall on you to work with them to get that. Okay, so it's just saying that the relationship type is a child and that the qualifying reason is a dependent with no disability. So over here are the verification documents, and if you click on this little green mountain or icon, it's just letting you know that this is a tax return. It was uploaded by Debbie, me. I am the benefits administrator, but that would have the BA's name on it. If it was your employee, then it would have your employee's name there, because it's just going to let you know who did the upload and then on what date was it uploaded. So right now it is pending. I'm going to go ahead and click on this icon, and it's just going to bring up a document. I'm going to verify it. Yeah, that looks like the dependent. It meets all of the criteria I need. Go up here to the right-hand corner on this little icon up here that's kind of cut off at the moment, but I will click that to close it. And if it meets all my information that I need to verify that, I'm going to go ahead and click on Verify. And I'm going to give it a verification status of verified. It's going to automatically recognize that I'm verifying that on today's date, and the document type was a tax return. And then I would submit changes. If it's not what I need, I am going to deny this, and I'm going to go down and say why I'm denying it. And again, it's going to ask for that document type. Just notice that there is no place for you to let the employee know what is wrong. So currently, you are reaching out to your employees when you aren't getting the kind of documentation you need to verify them. You're going to have to continue to do that. The only way that your employees would know that you denied something is if they are regularly going back into their benefits 24/7 login, which I just at this time don't think that they're going to really be doing that on any regular basis, because we don't send them an email letting them know that this has been denied, and then they would go back in and follow up on that. Potentially, we could do that in the future as an enhancement to the system, but today you are the person that's going to need to reach out to your employees. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm verifying this, take it back to the verified, and go ahead now and submit my changes. So when I pull up that same employee, I filter for Brad Pitt, it's no longer going to come up, right? Because it's not pending. But if I click on this, it's still there, but now it's showing you that it's verified. Okay, so now I will go back and click on showing pending requests so that we can go back to other dependents here in a minute. But I would like to go back out to the administrator's dashboard. I will go back into the Manage Subscribers tab, and I am going to look for Brad Pitt. And I'm going to go ahead and click on his name and manage him. I'm going to come down the screen a little bit. And here you can see I am managing that employee. And I'm going to click on their Manage Dependents tab, because here is where it's going to show you that, yes, that dependent is now verified. Okay, so you can open it, see some additional information about this dependent, but just know that everything is good there and coverage will be good for this employee's dependent. So I'm going to go back to the administrator's dashboard. I'm going to go back to the dependent verification tile. So as you can see now, that number has dropped from 13 to 12 because we have processed one. So let's go back in, and this time I am going to do a dependent verification for an employee who has enrolled a dependent with a disability. And I do know that that employee's name, which I'm going to search for again, is Muhammad Ali. So I am going to go ahead and type in Ali as the last name and do a filter. Voila, there he is, and there is his dependent, Sarah. So as you can see, this is a dependent with a disability who is age 26 or older. Right now it's saying pending certification, and yes, there are documents. So some things that I would like to say about this one. This one, even though you play no role in verifying that certification of a disability, it will still stay out here as a pending request until you actually do the verification for them as a dependent. As soon as you do that, then this pending certification will go away and it won't show up on your tile. It's a little bit misleading right now because it just says, oh, pending certification. And you as a benefits administrator might already think, wow, well, you know, I don't have to do those verifications for the certification. But just know that right now, the way it's designed, if it's on your dashboard, then you do have to do the dependent part of it. So let's go ahead and open up this dependent. And again, scroll down a little bit. So again, here's the employee. It's letting you know that it's a child, but this time it's a child with a disability 26 years or older. So it just helps you realize what kind of dependent verification you're going to be looking for. Here is the child's name, social security number, date of birth. And it looks like the employee has uploaded a birth certificate. Again, the BA, me, did it this time, but it could be you as the BA or your employee and the date that that was done. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I've looked at this for the dependent part of it and it looks good. So I'll click out of that. I'm going to go ahead and verify that, indicate that it's verified, the date that it's verified, and I'm going to say it is a birth certificate. And before I go any further and submit my changes, I did want to talk a little bit about this certification. So Benefits 24/7 is sophisticated enough to recognize which type of dependent is being enrolled. And if it's a dependent with a disability who is age 26 or older, it's going to know that there is a certification required. So I'll go ahead and click on this. And as you can see, the status is pending. So this is really a good tool for benefits administrators. Our staff on the HCA side, behind the scenes, who have more rights and access to the system, will be the ones updating this. For approval or denial, they will be putting the next review date information in and the certification start date and end date in. All this is going to do for you as a benefits administrator is provide you information. In the event that you would like to provide answers for your employees, if they would like to know their status, or when do I have to do that certification again? When is that coming up again? So that's just an FYI for you. You have no role in this. If you have any questions as the information is entered in here, then you can certainly reach out to us through that 1-800 number to our PEBB outreach and training team, or send us an HCA support ticket. I know that right now it's saying send it via Fuse. We will be updating that language so that that won't be so confusing. So I will go ahead and close this, and I'm going to go ahead and submit these changes. And we'll go ahead and look for this employee now. And I will filter for Ali. And as you can see, the pending request has gone away, just like I indicated that it would, because the certification part is not your part. So let's go back out to the dashboard, and I am going to go ahead and go back into Manage Subscribers, and I will pull up this employee. I will search for Ali. There he is. We'll click on him and go ahead and manage him. Come down the screen a little bit, and you can see we are in his account, and I'm going to go to his Manage Dependents tab, and here is his dependent, and it's still saying that it's pending certification. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and again, that would let you know that it's only pending the certification. If it was pending verification, that would tell you that you need to go in there and verify them as a dependent. So again, you know that this dependent will not be enrolled and effective with coverage until it says everything has been verified. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. I'll go back out to the admin dashboard, and as you can see, that number now has dropped to 11. So I'll click on that again, that tile, and I have one more employee that I would like to look at the dependent verification. So this time it's going to be for an extended dependent. So I created an employee with an extended dependent, and I kind of wanted to walk you through this, what it looks like. But remember, you play no role as a benefits administrator in their verification process, because these kinds of dependents require some kind of legal documentation for guardianship, and they also have to submit the certification of extended dependent. And somebody on our side of the fence, right, on the HCA admin side, is going to get those documents, and they are going to review that. You won't. But let's say you were curious, did it get uploaded or was the dependent added? Somebody might be asking, maybe your employee, or when you've input the dependent, you want to make sure that it's coming across right so that maybe HCA will see it. So I am going to do a search for this employee, and I know that the employee's name is Nicholas Cage. So I'm going to do my filter, and I'm going to go ahead and put the last name Cage, and I'm going to filter that. Now it's showing nothing because I'm asking it to show pending requests for me as the benefits administrator only. So if I unclick that, voila, there it is, right? And there is his dependent, showing that it is an extended dependent. It's pending certification, and there are documents. Again, you have no role in this. It will be our team that does that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it just to be instructional at this point. Kind of come down here, and you can see the employee's name, the dependent's name, that it's an extended dependent, same qualifying reason, and here are the documents, court ordered, and our team will come in here and look at these. They will verify it. Again, see, you don't even have the functionality to do that. You can't click on these. Again, here is that certification. The system recognizes that there is a certification process for this employee, and currently it is pending. So just to know, that's how you can look for it, by just unclicking this box here. But that will tell you that it's in the system. It is going to be on the HCA admin side, and you know that they're going to get that, and they are going to go ahead and verify that. So I'm going to go back out to this dashboard again. I'm going to go into the Manage Subscribers. I'm going to pull up Nicholas Cage as an employee. I'm going to go ahead and click next to his name and manage him. As you can see, again, here we are managing him, and I'm going to click on his Manage Dependents tile. You can see he's there, and he is pending certification. And again, that same information will be here and the certification information here. This is how you can go back in, find out if HCA has received all of the necessary documentation they need in order to do this verification. And also remember that sometimes we do get extended dependents who are also a dependent with a disability over the age of 26. You also would not play a role in that certification form, and that also would show up down here for those dependents that have both those situations. Okay, so back to the administrator's dashboard. And there is one additional verification that I would like to walk through. So I have gone ahead and added one additional new employee who has added their spouse. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this dependent verification. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because as a benefits administrator, when you are getting the enrollment paperwork from your employees and you have not uploaded that dependent verification documentation, I just kind of wanted to walk you through that a little bit really quick. So I am going to go ahead and pull up the subscriber and filter looking for Shania Twain. So I'm going to go ahead and click or type in her name. I will filter that, and here she is. As you can see, she is adding a spouse, Rob Johnson, and that status is pending. So here's really what I wanted to show you, that no documents have been uploaded, but there is still, as you're aware, a dependent verification process. So when you come in here, just know that here's all that same information. It will still allow you to go ahead and verify that dependent because you have the paperwork in front of you. It's just not going to have any document here showing that it was uploaded. So just wanted to make sure there was no confusion on how to do that. So here again, you could verify today's date is the verification date, and let's say that you just have a tax return and you're going to go ahead and submit those changes. So that employee, now I'll filter again, should not show up because they're no longer pending. We'll go back out to the administrator's dashboard and go on to the Manage Subscribers tile, and we will look Shania Twain up. We'll search for her, go ahead and click next to her name and manage her. And when we pull up her Manage Dependents tab, you can see her husband has been verified. So just know that it does work just fine without any documents uploaded. So back to the admin dashboard. So that covers how to do the dependent verification process, and currently would leave you with 11 verification requests to continue to go ahead and verify to make sure that your employees' dependents get enrolled within that time frame that they are allowed. So this is again going to be really important that you're checking this on a very regular basis. Okay, so now that you know how to complete the dependent verification process in Benefits 24/7, here are those follow-up resources in case you have any questions about Benefits 24/7. So first, you can send us your questions through the HCA support portal, and just remember that when you create your ticket, just be sure to select the Benefits 24/7 online enrollment system as your inquiry type. You can also reach out to our outreach and training team at the number that we've listed here. And even though we don't have this available just yet, there will be a link coming soon to a Benefits 24/7 Benefits Administrator user guide. And finally, we will be continuing to create and post some additional detailed training videos for Benefits 24/7. And just know that the user guide and videos will be located on the PEBB Benefits Administrator website once they do become available. And for your employees, again, when they need help with Benefits 24/7, then you as their benefits administrator are going to be their point of contact. So that wraps up our video training on completing the dependent verification process in Benefits 24/7. Thank you for watching.